Welcome. So the Super Sports for the rear showed up. Friends coming tomorrow. Jacked it up, stands, pulled the rear wheels, got both rear wheels and the new rear tires in there. I'm gonna go drop those off at the tire dick. And I gotta go to class for an hour. Then when I'm done with that, I should be able to go pick them up, put them on the car. Do the same thing with the fronts tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get in there next Monday for the alignment, since 1, it's been a year, 2, we have new tires, 3, we have an anti-roll bar that changed. Is it gonna change the alignment? Perhaps. Oh, why do I have a bulb warning? And kind of a girly summer song, but I'll go with it because it's 52 and that still feels warm for Ohio. But check this out. When I left, that thing was like 1 story high, maybe. I'm not really sure what it is. Some new building on campus. I can't read that sign there yet. Maybe if we zoom in, we'll be able to read it. Institutional Advancement Building coming fall. What the hell is an Institutional Advancement Building? Sounds like some sort of rehab center. So I pulled the bulb out. It's a, it was originally a brake light bulb, but I swapped it with just a running bulb, so I'll have brakes till I get it fixed. But we parked next to the 650 out here in Joe's corner spot. I'm gonna stop at, there's a Advanced Auto Parts, I think, over there on the way home. I'll pick one of those up. So instead of the brake, it's now that one. Don't see any watt specs on it, so hopefully they can look that up, and these are stock US lamps, so another $3 that thing chews up. There is decent news. The roads are better. They're pretty dirty on the side still, but they have patched the huge holes that like I would bottom out in before and scrape the underpan. They've patched those with just blobs of blacktop, so I don't think I would damage the car on it. It would just be really rough and wear the suspension faster than decent roads, but it would be safe now. Then we've got holes like this. Look at this thing. This parking lot is no more than, what, 3 or 4 years old. 3 or 4 years, we get something like that. I would rip a belly pan off the M5 in there. That is insane. These jingle asses over here have closed down both lots. Only by chance did I catch the guy when he was moving the sign. I said, can I sneak in there? He said, sure, go fast. So I ran in and look at that. Half empty, closed down for visitors. That statistics class is the dumbest thing ever. I drive all the way down here. I'm in there 20 minutes. He goes through the first thing on the board, or on the PowerPoint, on the computer, or on the projector, whatever. So I don't even have to do anything with that, except sit there. And then I just have to follow some statistics in the or follow some examples in the instructions in the jump statistical software. He looks at that. If I did it right, if I know how to put 1 and 3 together to get 4, then I sign my name off and leave. So that's what I did. I'm gonna hit Advanced Auto Parts, get that bulb. The dicks from the tire shop called. Tires are done. Gotta go pick up the tires, go take the tires home, clean the tires, get some food, put the tires on the car. Job well done. $6 for 2, so I just replaced both. She lives, and it's 54, so I've got windows down. I can actually feel the difference that Super Sports make in the rear. It's a way more responsive ride. These tires have less cush in them, which I like. Oh, good morning. It's 2:49. Oh crap, we're still on West Coast time. Well, super busy day. I talked to you earlier. I went into that class, did that, came back, picked the tires up, put the tires on the car. Then got to work with a bunch of other stuff, including an oil change. That was, I think, only 4,000 miles, but almost a year, about 11 months since oil was changed. So we got fresh oil. Pilot Super Sports on the rear look great. Only complaint with the installation or the mounting where they put the wheel weights on. I did specify to put them on the inside only, of course, but whatever glue they use, whatever adhesive they used to put the weight on ran out on the finish. So I was freaking out. I couldn't get it off with soap and water. So then I tried some Zano Z5 wax, and that took it right off. So I got, well, they're dusty now because I've been working on brake stuff, but Yeah, that's really good. I totally notice a difference in the way it drives. I think they're almost thinner. They're still 275/35, so it should be 35% of 275 millimeters. But there's less tread. It's a 300 tread wear tire as opposed to a 500. They're definitely stickier. They have better grip and way better road feel, better road feedback inside the car. So definite win with those. Plus the sidewall's sexy as hell. Look great. Do the fronts tomorrow. So tires in the back, oil change and filter, front brakes. We've got fresh pads and rotors up here. As you can see, maybe. Rotors look really good. You can see that nice little pattern in them. I wish that would stay, it looks cool. Didn't clean the wheels too well because I'm gonna have them off tomorrow and they're gonna have tires mounted and I always get that glop around the lip, so we'll clean that tomorrow. You can see the red grease I put on the Hawk pads. Hawk HPS on all 4 points with less than 1,000 miles in the back and probably less than 500 in the back and less than 20 in the front. Ran into some issues though. Calipers, the front right was replaced in like 07. I don't know why, there's just an invoice, there's a bill for it that came with the car. So that's not original. It's an OEM part, but it's not original in the car. The front left, on the driver's side, is where I ran into the issue. Since the old pads had 30,000 miles on them, there was some wear, only 20% or so, but using a C-clamp to push the piston back in, it wouldn't go all the way. And I was really torquing it down to try to push the piston back in the rest of the way, and it would not budge. I needed about another 2 or 3 millimeters to clear the new thicker rotor and have room for the new thicker pads. So I ended up going out on a limb, and this is probably horrible etiquette for this stuff. I got the C-clamp on there. You know, the C-clamp has a thing that you turn which tightens up the clamp, and I put a 3-foot breaker bar on that little arm. I just gave it shit, and it made some pretty bad noises, but the piston did retract. I did loosen up the brake fluid fill so I didn't overflow or pressurize anything too much, but it did retract. I put it on there and it works, although I can tell, and I have been able to tell for a while, that caliper up there is a little sticky. I can hear the pads are not fully retracting away from the rotor. Also, the inside of both pistons up front are very rusty. The whole thing's rusty, it's all flaking. So, go to Real OEM, pull the part number. These calipers are several hundred a piece, or a rebuild is about, what, 300 a piece. I don't want to spend that kind of money. Go to M5 board, not much. Go to eBay, guys selling in California. They're from an 02 M5 with 58,000 miles on them. They're still painted black, tiny bit of rust on it, but I'll just get that off with a wire brush. And it comes with the carriers too. My carriers are really rusty and they're $297 a piece. So for 300 for the full set, I got 2 calipers in good shape and I got 2 carriers, and it even comes with pads, but I'll throw those away. So anyways, those are coming. I'm gonna reschedule the appointment at Dave Walter from next Monday to maybe the following Monday or sometime later next week. And then when they're gonna have the lines off the calipers anyways, we'll just have them throw the new calipers on there, put the pads in them and install the carriers. So finally we'll have some quiet brakes in the front that will hopefully last the remaining time I own the vehicle. So that was really the majority of the day. That was like probably 4 till 10. Did an hour of classwork before I got closed out at 11. Watched Lost for an hour, and then I just talked to Alex for 40 minutes about some Audi stuff. Joe, I might need your input on that. Here's the old oil. Look at that. When I pulled it out of the dipstick, it didn't really look that bad, but it looks totally black in there. And it looks really watery too for 1060. But yeah, so we're gonna recycle that tomorrow. I put 6.7 quarts in. I think it holds 7, so you know, there's always a little bit left in there. Driven the car 84 miles this year actually, probably about 40 of which today. Lots of Vanos noise, I'm not used to that in the 330. Exhaust should quiet that up. Sound system sounds great. Not used to all the little squeaks and rattles from the split fold seats, but I'll get used to that. The tint, I've been seeing you guys chime off in the comments on that. Some of you say leave it. It looks, I think somebody said clean and expensive with no tint, although it does have 70% or so. It looks like it has way more than it does, like right there. But as you can see, maybe not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking 50 all the way around. But that's down the line. I'm not gonna start overspending. Anyways, here's old tires. There's the old 275s, and they patched right there. Let me get my iPhone light. As soon as I took the screw out, it just started hissing. So there's the patch on this side. And on the inside, it's all tarred up. So no way that's gonna leak. So that's cool. And as you can see, there's a good bit of tread left. I'd say over 50% for the all-season 3s. But tomorrow we'll get those front tires done. Hopefully get a shipping notification from the guy with the calipers in California. I'll call Dave Walter and reschedule. Won't let me do it online. Gotten this thing pretty dirty. The back of it's really dusty from salty, dusty roads. Doesn't look bad there, but I can clearly see where my finger was. Not on camera. But I'm planning on driving it tomorrow unless it rains, and then I'll probably Z6 it and let it sit a couple days since it's going to rain for a bunch of days in a row. But yeah, it's been fun. Finally good to drive it again. I did the other night when I was out here, I think the car vlog title video. After that, I wasn't tired, so I did a full Z10 over the entire front. I didn't do the back seats. Did the front seats, door panel, steering wheel. Every time I do the steering wheel, it gets darker. It looks better. And the seats softened up a little bit, but I'm thinking I'm gonna try some Swiss Vacs on that this spring. And then I'll vacuum it out one of these days. And the pedals, since I had to return those stock pedals, contacted a company. I measured them up, see if they can get me something that fits those, but that's on back burner. Right now the caliper money comes first. That needs to get done first. So I'm gonna go to bed, go up, shower, get to bed, and tomorrow we got a calf scan tomorrow night. Haven't seen one of those in 2 weeks. Feel out of the loop. So we'll do that. Alex and I are gonna try to do some homework either tomorrow or Friday, whatever works. And talk to you then. Night.